you.
Another Jew.
So good to be here. And Aaron, I love that Joe Biden puppet you had out there. That was so cool. A little bit more energy than Joe Biden, though.
Oh.
Audra got like her parents named Stars in Heaven after her. My parents gave me something similar. They named a place in hell after me. And Aaron, I dislocated a disc trying to be flexible enough for Aaron. I just wanted you to know. And Bridie, I didn't really understand the stuff about spices and all that. I'm Jewish, so I bought my mother a spice rack for Mother's Day, and she said to me, "What am I going to do with all these salt shakers?" So we really don't use much spices as a Jew. And Eric, it's because of Eric I am here today on time. He was my cab driver tonight. So I'm really appreciative. It was a $4 run. He charged me $16 like every good Israeli, Nice, right? Yeah, thank you, Eric. So listen, I know you guys have been waiting all night for Goldberg to come on, and this schmuck comes on you saying, "What happened to Goldberg the wrestler? Isn't that the guy who's coming on?" This is Goldberg the wrestler. This is what Goldberg the wrestler looks like after 20 months in a goddamn pandemic. This is it. I have bad hearing. They said flatten the curve. I thought they said fatten the curve. I ate every goddamn thing in sight. Anything. I asked my friend, "How do I get to lose weight?" He says, "Hire a personal trainer." I hired a personal trainer. He told me, ride a bike. You got to ride a bike every day. For 3 months, I've been riding a bike. I gained 10 pounds. I wasted $1,500 on a personal trainer and $2,000 on an electric bike. It's ridiculous. The thing is just lasting so goddamn long. So they say this was made in China. No way. Nothing made in China lasts this long. Nothing. Sorry. And you look, they're even talking about this other variant, Omicron or whatever the hell it's called. COVID has more personalities than Kanye West. It's ridiculous. And everything's ass backwards. My neighbor, the nuclear physicist, talks about how important nuclear physicist is. 2 days into the pandemic, he's on the goddamn stoop. I said, "Leon, what are you doing on the stoop?" He says, "I'm a non-essential worker." The nuclear physicist is non-essential, but crazy. It's nuts. I tried to see my doctor, my pulmonologist, a lung doctor. I said, "Doctor, I need to see you. I'm having trouble breathing." He says, "You can't come in." I said, "Why not?" He said, "You're having trouble breathing. It may be COVID." I said, no. I got vaccinated. He said, "No, you may have a breakthrough case." I said, "Okay, well, when can I come in?" He says, "When you feel better." I mean, how crazy is that? Let me tell you something. Everyone thinks they know all the answers. Everyone, like with social media, knows all the answers for everything. I was at a store the other day, and this cashier, I wanted a plastic bag. She goes, "No, you can't have plastic bag. It's bad for the environment." And she talked about climate change. And I said, "Oh my God, you make such a good case about climate change. Can you recommend a book on it?" She goes, "Wait, there are books on it?" I mean, it's just crazy. But everyone thinks they know the answers with COVID, and everyone's an expert. My wife's a doctor. I ask her all these questions on COVID. You know what she tells me?
I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know. The doctor doesn't know. The barista at Starbucks has all the answers. But listen, she did tell me one thing. Write this down. It may save your life. I didn't know what type of mask to wear. Do I wear an N95 mask? Do I wear a surgical mask? Do I wear a cloth mask? She told me, wear a Jets mask. JETS. Because if you're wearing that, you're not catching a goddamn thing. Listen, I do have to explain my name. Eric, you would appreciate this. I used to have a first name. But I came out recently to my family. I'm 60 years old. I thought it was time to come out. And they were horrible. They did not take it well. They were not very accepting at all. I came out Jewish. And they flipped out. I said, like, what the hell's down on your head? What is wrong with you? You're putting us back a generation. Even my wife, she said to me, I'm married to her 26 years. She said to me, you want me to give up lobster for you? What are you, crazy? And every time you pee sitting down. Your boobs are bigger than mine. Why didn't you come out a woman, for God's sakes, already? And I came out when I visited Israel. Anyone go to Israel besides Eric? It is the most beautiful country in the world. Israel is the most beautiful country in the world. And everyone's fighting over it. It's so crazy. It's the size of New Jersey. Really, it's true. The size of New Jersey. Do you know what the other 49 states would
and that's
say?
what I said
if a
to
bunch of Jews
Denise,
come over
but
New
I guess
Jersey?
she convinced me
You know what
otherwise.
they would say? Thank you. That's what they would say. You know, and then once I started wearing the kippah, everywhere I go, people scream out, yo, Goldberg, Goldberg. So I just dropped my name. I don't need it. It's so hard to be to distinguish yourself as a Jewish comedian because there's so many Jewish comedians. I distinguish myself by not being funny, so people remember me. I love being Jewish, man, but our holidays, they're pretty wacky. They really are pretty wacky. We have one holiday called Rosh Hashanah where you're supposed to take your sins and you throw them in the water, right? It's true. It's called Tashlich. You're supposed to take your sins and throw them in the water. I got arrested because I threw my ex-wife in the Hudson River. Religious thing. And then we have this holiday we're celebrating now, you know, the holiday of Hanukkah. And what's the big miracle? The light was supposed to last one night and it lasted 8 nights. It's the miracle. You call that a miracle? Keith Richards is still alive, for God's sake. The Jets and Giants both won on Sunday. That's a miracle. No miracle about Hanukkah lasting one night. I found a woman to go to bed with me and have sex with me, and she's a doctor, no less. That's a miracle. A lot of Jewish men, they want to work hard. They want to be a doctor. I'm a lazy Jewish guy. I married a doctor. But let me tell you something. I can get everything I want by saying my wife is a doctor. It's amazing. It's so incredible. I was at Best Buy the other day. I ordered a fridge and they said, we won't have it for you for 2 weeks. I said, no, you don't understand. My wife is a doctor. The fridge is there the next day. I want to fly to Vegas. I go JetBlue. They say, no, there's no seats. I said, no, you don't understand. My wife is a doctor. They go coach in first class. I have never been on a comedy show ever. I told Aaron, listen, my wife is a doctor. He gave me a spot. Before. She was a pediatrician, so suddenly I'm a headliner. Ridiculous. But I have been so busy during the COVID stuff. I've been asked to rewrite Fiddler on the Roof, famous Broadway play, and I've modernized it. They want it more modernized. So Tevye is still a milkman, an almond milkman. And his daughter, older daughter, Tzeitel, you know, she marries a poor tailor named Miriam because Tzeitel is gay, but Tevye. Huddle, his middle daughter, Huddle, is now called Harry because Huddle is transgender. Tevye accepts that. But what breaks Tevye to the bone, what breaks his back, is when his youngest daughter, Chavala, the youngest daughter, marries a Republican, for God's sake. That's what kills him. Just kills him. But listen, this may be the last time you see me. I know. Because I have signed a big time movie deal. I am so excited.
Yeah.
Superheroes are so big, so big. You know, they got the Black Panther, they got Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, they have a transgender superhero. They even have a Protestant superhero called the Wasp. I will be the new Jewish superhero called the Jewish Kvetch. And my superpowers are I make the villains feel so guilty that they surrender. Go ahead, Eric. Destroy the universe. See if I care. But just know you're breaking your mother's heart. Did you, Susan? We worked and slaved and sent you to college and sent you to med school. And you grow up to become an evil doctor? What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, Christine. Look at you flying from planet to planet, destroying all life forms. That you have time for, but to visit your parents, you have no time. What's the matter with you? Like every superhero, I do have my kryptonite. Oh my God, is that a clearance sale? But listen, everyone is so mean to each other. Let me leave you with a story that happened to me of a kind gentleman. I parked my car in ShopRite parking lot, parked all the way in back. It was snowing, it was sleeting. I get to the store, the front of the store, and I'm sure this happened to you. I don't have my mask. And I don't know. I literally broke down. I started to cry. And a guy comes out, he says, "What's the matter, man?" I said, "I left my mask in the car and I don't want to walk back in the snow and the sleet. I can't take this COVID anymore." You know what this kind guy did? You know what he did? He took his own mask off his face and gave it to me to wear. And I've been wearing it since April 2020. Now that's a miracle. Thank